Good evening, guys. Welcome to day 3 of PixelScope tournament. It's gonna be a match between VES and Radical Terror eSports, and I'm pretty pumped about it. What would you say, nobody, about it?
Well, first off, good evening, everyone. My name's Nobody, and I'm kind of new around here. But I'll be casting today's match. Now, to answer your question, Sky, I am very excited for this matchup today. This is probably the most exciting matchup we have in this qualifier series so far. I mean, we have VES and Radical Terror Esports, and honestly, it's quite the matchup.
I
On
mean, you
both
can see the hype already there.
Yes, I can definitely see the crowd already cheering on for Cold Zera. And I'm sorry to say, I've never actually seen Cold Zera play. So you guys are really building up some hype, and hopefully he surprises me today. And honestly, that's just like got me hyped up already.
So I would say he's like the best flex C's can even see. So yeah.
Really? That is
Yeah.
quite the statement. So like let's hope that he's able to back it up. Now, just to go over the format of today's match will be another best of 3. Now, the way it works is that teams will ban one map each, and then they will pick one map each, and then ban the remaining. And the last remaining map will be the third decider map. Now, Best Esports has decided to pick Villa. On the other hand, Radical Terror has picked Consulate, and the deciding map for today's matchup, should it go to a third map, is Clubhouse.
I mean, pretty generic maps. Pretty generic. What would
Agreed.
you say about it? I mean, I'm pretty much hyped about Villa because we haven't seen a single match in Villa up till now. I mean, the first two games, they didn't even include Villa. So let's see what they're gonna bring out of the box. It's gonna be defense first by Radical Terror, and I guess they're gonna bring really good strats upcoming to the defense side. And I mean, everyone wants to see a really good match. So I'm pretty much hyped about it. And I want to see how Wes is even going to counter whatever they're going to bring on the table.
No, it goes without saying that Villa is probably one of the most like strategic heavy maps in the entire game. And with Radical Terror on the defense first, it's going to be very interesting to see how it turns out for Best Esports. On the other hand, we have Clubhouse and Consulate. But like, what are your opinions on those two maps?
Coastline, pretty much attackers. It's attacker sided. It's like
Consulate and Clubhouse. Apologies.
Consulate and Clubhouse. Yeah, I was speaking for the very map. I mean, it's gonna be pretty interesting because it's Clubhouse also is kind of defender sided, but at one point it seems like it's attacker sided. I mean, it's literally mix and match. So let's see how it's even gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, should it come down to the third map, Clubhouse, it's quite like, in my opinion, just based off what I've seen, it's quite like, it's like a checklist sort of map. You sort of have to complete certain objectives, certain like mini games first before you can actually attack the objective. Unlike the other two matchups today, where it's going to be interesting to see the different creative strategies both teams will pull out on both attack and defense. We're just waiting for one final player, and the match, which you guys are all waiting for, will be commencing shortly. So just hang on tight. But honestly, Sky, could you like tell me more about like Cold Zera? Like,
I mean, he's the man of he's gonna be the man who's gonna have the spotlight today on him. It's literally gonna be a match where he's gonna be highlighted every time. I mean, if he's gonna pull up major things, then it's gonna be really good for the hype squad as well. As you can see, there's a lot of hype going on in the chat. People are saying DDOP, VES OP. Let's see who's gonna win today. I mean, Radical Terror is not gonna. I mean, they're not gonna go easy on anyone. So let's see. And it's a new
I mean,
team, to be honest.
yeah, definitely. And if you were to say like some target bans for this Coldzera, because obviously he's picked up so much hype, do you think we're gonna actually see some target bans from the side of Radical Terror? And if so, what do you think they're gonna actually be?
Uh, Probably no. It just depends upon the scenario. I mean, nobody would want, like, yeah. In the past two games, you have seen literally Nomad getting banned a lot in attack. I mean, she being a really hefty operator, avoiding every single run out. So I guess again, Nomad's gonna be banned because she's really good in cutting off sides. She's really good at cutting off rotates, cutting off flanks. I mean, if you see, it's gonna be a very common ban.
Yeah,
First
yeah,
things off, Nomad. I would say Nomad, straight up Nomad.
yeah. Obviously, like if honestly, it's actually more exciting when the Nomad isn't banned because like Nomad just brings so much and she like controls an entire aspect of the game and that is flanking. Like she's
All right, the
now
match has actually started. We have all our players assembled here, and it's gonna be a ban face. So
so
let
moving
me
into the
back myself up over here, and it's gonna be first ban Nomad.
right. So Radical Terror has that first ban and they are in defense. So I'm gonna actually agree with you here with that Nomad ban, and we will just find out in a second or two. And
And there
it
you
is,
go.
as you said, it is the Nomad ban. Oh, second ban, who are you seeing? I personally am
They want
expecting
to
a heart
roam.
breacher.
They want to roam, so I guess it's gonna be. Oh, oh. I mean, generic. It's just generic right now.
Yep. These
I
are your
thought they would
default
have cut.
ranked bans and they make sense. They do.
And defense, Kaid. That's a
Now,
pretty surprising ban.
Kai does bring that Electro Claw, and it is extremely powerful because unlike the bandit charges, there are some very creative Electro Claw spots on this map where it's quite
True.
difficult for the attackers to get rid of them. So I'm not too surprised. And
And
lastly,
at
we
the
will
end, it's
see
gonna be Valk.
a Valk ban, as you said. That concludes our ban phase, and we will be moving into round one. Ah,
Advancing to the first site, it's gonna be Aviator Room and Games.
now, just based off their pre-choices, we see a Zofia, Gridlock, Ying, Ace, and Ashe on the side of the attackers. It's going to be interesting to see if Coldzera 6 picks off that Ying, hoping that someone from Radical Terror might swap off onto a Warden to counter it. And as I said, Coldzera will be 6 picking off that Ying to a Jackal. But it doesn't seem as if Radical Terror has fallen for his mind games.
But I guess they might have. Who knows?
I mean, what's good about the 6 pick is that the defense don't actually know that he's swapped off from the Ying to the Jackal, and that might make them set up or maybe play a little differently than they would normally do so. So I guess there is always that mental psychology that they could be bringing a Ying, but I'm pretty sure Radical Terror has like guessed that he swapped off. Round one, we see Radical Terror take it to Aviator Games, the most default site on this map. Very balanced, and we see an interesting Oryx pick. I haven't played in
I mean, for
recent
rotates.
Siege lately.
Yeah.
I haven't played Siege lately, so I'm not sure if Oryx is in the meta or so, but if they've just brought Oryx for those rotates, I'm not quite sure if that's like the best usage, but if they're able to like maximize those hatches that are scattered across the map, then that's going to be really interesting to see how Radical Terror's roam game is.
True. I mean, he can be popping off his head any moment from library to 90. So it's gonna be pretty interesting about the operator selection over here.
Yeah, definitely. Jackal and Gridlock making their way over to the master bedroom side of the map, a very crucial map control which they have to secure, and they will most likely find Uru, who actually gets down and taken out by Cold Zera.
Getting an early frag over here. A really good job by DT.
Loading new mags.
I mean, at this point, he's just waiting and supporting his beloved Gridlock here.
Jackal Footsteps able to find a roamer lurking in their shadows, and that the Vigil Uru will try and make his way back to site and run away from that. But Jackal knows it all, and he will likely find another pair of footsteps, and those belong to Melusi, but that doesn't actually bring out much value.
True.
It's going to be interesting to see how that Vigil...
Oh! Here comes a team kill.
Unexpected headshot. I mean, I will say that was a very nice one-tap, but the wrong member.
I mean, this was totally uncalled for.
Honestly,
totally
I'm not even
uncalled
sure.
for.
I'm not sure what he was aiming for, but it looks like that Melusi was aiming for the ace and will find it. On the other hand, Vigil will be able to get a kill onto Gridlock as part of his flank. Cold Zera holding off 90 might be encountered by the Melusi looking for a second. Vigil will take a slither of HP, and full auto will be trying to juggle two angles at once.
It's down to 2 people at the end.
2v4 and 40 seconds left. This does not look good for VES, don't you think?
I mean, it definitely doesn't, but... I mean, DT is there in the... Oh, but he gets instantly shut down by Uru. A really good kill there by Vigil.
Uru's done a lot this game, and one kill he didn't even know about, but I'm guessing that Uru's, played a hand in that team kill. He did manage to find Gridlock on his flank, and full auto will almost find Ganja, the Jaeger, but it looks like he will, and he'll be, taken out, refragged by the Mute.
I mean, the first round is not falling right for VES. I mean, team kills coming in. Might be a mistake, but it did cost the entire round.
It's small mistakes like these that can make or break rounds, but hopefully VES doesn't lose their cool, and hopefully they go into the second round on trophy and statue with a calm mind, and hopefully they might be able to take the second round. Looks as if Cold Zera takes the Iana. Doesn't actually look like he's gonna swap off, but the Mira picked by Rascal is gonna swap off for the Mute, help with that hard breach denial as part of holding that triple wall, which is a crucial part to the statue site.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
I mean, at this point, they need to literally control off their pressure points on the finger, literally, which is gonna be on the mouse, and stop team killing, which is gonna be really tough at the end. Else, alright, it's just the second round. Let's see how it goes.
I guess the players aren't fully warmed up yet either, but hopefully once the ball's rolling for Team VES, they might be able to live up to the crowd's hype and maybe take home this match. But if everyone's voting for Team VES, I'm probably going to be supporting Radical Terra. I'm quite the fan of the underdogs, or at least like the lesser supported team. So I'm guessing you're going to be supporting Team VES for this matchup.
Not quite. Not quite. I mean, I am, but it's not gonna be like, it's not pretty much biased towards them, because we out here are casters and we are just up for our work, which is gonna be really being unbiased and judging the match on our own perspective. So yeah.
Obviously, that goes without saying. We are here to provide you with a nice commentary of the game as it is, but I kind of do hope that like maybe Radical Terror, or I'm actually excited to see Cold Zera pop off, but on the other hand, I'm quite as excited to see what Radical Terror can do. And judging by Uru on that flank, he did quite a lot, so I'm quite excited to see how they perform.
Clear the forest area. I'm changing mags. Loading new mag.
Iana will make her way into Master Bedroom, make her way into Bathroom, will almost find the Jaeger and will eventually find the Jaeger in Bathroom. Assassin next will be the one to find the last kill onto Rascal, and that will mean that VES takes home the second round of this matchup. Very interesting to see how they swapped from quite like an uncoordinated push in round 1 to quite the dominating performance in round 2, and honestly it might dictate the outcome of the match. Defenders will be returning back to the trophy statue site, but this time with different picks being Frost, Ella, and Pulse. 3 new picks from the side of Radical Terror. Assassin next on the offense will be swapping off that Ash to Sledge. That is not something you see every day. Quite the control for that Ash main right there, but we will also see a Frost swap off onto the Mozzie.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Definitely. Sledge is probably one of the most underrated operators in this game. He's quite simple, like, to understand as an operator, but he does achieve quite a lot. And it's, I guess, the smarter play, the safer play for Assassin to swap off onto that Sledge. It's gonna be interesting. This looks like a completely different setup for Radical Terror. Pulse barricading off the master window inside, and might suggest that he might be playing, either someone might be playing in master, or he might be trying to play for those vertical picks. And castle. Yes, the castle. Definitely. Yeah, it doesn't actually look like anyone's going to be playing in that bathroom or master bedroom site, but Pulse will be looking out for those vertical Nitro plays, and will be spotted by a C4 as Full Auto goes for the roam clear. Will make sure he lets Pulse know that he's available, but Rascal will be attempting to flee away from the situation. Probably the smarter play of the two. Yeah. But it looks like Pulse will be returning back to the flank. See, quite smart what he's doing. He hides out underneath, lets the attackers know that he's there, runs away, lets them think that they have control, and looks like but it doesn't look like it's gonna do much for VES, as it's now a 4 versus 3 with VES with the man count advantage. Looks like Gridlock almost finds someone, and Cold Zero will be trying to clear out Astro. But it looks like they're aware that Ella is lurking downstairs. Melusi almost finds the ace, but Ella will be able to find full auto, and making a successful flank. Ella will be returning back to site.
Bomb located by attackers.
Swapping mags.
Ella playing extremely aggressively. We'll find one, we'll almost find two, but it looks like Gridlock will be looking to refrag that Ella. Ella left on 5 HP and will be taken out by KT. It's now a 1 versus 2. 19 seconds on the clock. This... Oh. Very juicy indeed. I mean, you guys saw for yourselves. Yeah, I mean, this was quite the back and forth round for Radical Terror and Team VES. At first, we saw VES with the advantage, then Radical Terror, and eventually it stuck through, and Radical Terror was able to bring home the round. Interesting to see an Aruni 6th pick onto the Ella. Assassin next will finally be able to bring the most utility out of swapping off from the Ash, and we'll swap off the Ash to an Ash.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
I definitely do think that
Attackers have located a bomb.
it doesn't look like the attackers had much. It seemed as if they had too many factors to worry about per se. Looked as if like they weren't necessarily watching like certain angles, which I guess no one really expects aggressive pushes from. But Radical Terror surprised everyone by aggressively pushing, and that's just punishing them for not watching their angles. So I guess it just comes down to
5 seconds remaining. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
honestly, that's, yeah, Iron Sight Ella, that's a first for me, but it's working. It is. Looks like the attackers are gonna try and take control of the second floor, master bedroom included, being the main part, and will hopefully go from master bedroom to laundry. But it doesn't look as if the master bedroom hatch is reinforced, nor does it look like anyone is playing in master bedroom. Not sure exactly where that was. Looks like it was a roamer that got picked off, the Ella. Getting that payback. Looks like the attackers are gonna have full control of the second floor, being able to play vertical completely calmly and safely. Yeah, I take that back. I guess it won't be as safe as they thought. Wamai making his way onto a flank. I guess he just forgot about.
Reloading!
1 minute 20 on the clock. A 5v4 in favor of the attackers, but Siege is a game where the attackers have to push an objective, so realistically time does not stand on their side. This is probably going to come down to the last 20 seconds, which is where all the action will happen. But it's going to be interesting to see if Wamai will make something of this flank.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Melusi almost finds someone on a pre-fire, but Uru will be able to find KT, the gridlock. On the other hand, Assassin, the Ash, will be able to find the Melusi. Maestro taken out by the Ash as well. Assassin next on a roll. Downs the Warden, and that's the third kill for Ash. Plant goes down, and Assassin will not be able to find the fourth, but Coldzera will be able to clean up the round. Absolutely. A beautiful execution. Round 5, 2-2, and we're back to the round where it all started, Aviator Games, but with the new addition of Capkin and the Aruni 6 picking off onto Wamai. He does. Nice Wamai complimentary complements the Jaeger in catching those projectiles. And just like taking away those frag grenades, which VES are bringing to the table.
Ambush set! Stay clear!
10 seconds left before insertion.
Creative thinking from the Melusi, hiding the nitrocell underneath. I'm not sure how effective that's gonna be. I mean, Full Auto could easily just destroy it with his utility, given that Ella comes with those 2 impact grenades. But if they do ignore that and just go in for the knife, because Melusi gadgets, the Banshees can be knife. If they go in for the knife, that is a free kill or 2. Ella looks to be on the roam, and Full Auto looks as if he will be trying to take top floor control, the Astro side.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Changing man. I'm an engineer.
Doesn't look as if they were able to capitalize off the Capkin being down. I'm not even sure if they were aware, but it doesn't matter as Capkin will be revived by his teammate. Small exchange of bullets, but no one will be caught. Never mind, Rascal will be able to find the gridlock, KT, and will be able to make this a 3 versus 5. Not looking very good for Team VES. Assassin almost finds the Capkin, but will be unable to land any shots. Drone goes out, and Ganja will be stuck in a corner. Looks like the attackers are gonna try and push him, but Capkin's got his back and will be able to find the attackers trying to flush out Ganja from that little corner and vault. Fanatical will be able to find another 2 versus 3, not looking completely impossible for defenders. Never mind, 2 versus 2. Beautiful comeback. Absolutely. That was quite quite the game. I mean, we saw Fanatical pop off, we saw Full Auto pop off as well, and honestly, the two of them were able to bring home that round for Team VES. A round that definitely didn't look like it was going in their favor. I guess that wasn't really his round last round. Did get picked off early by the Capkin, but he has been performing extremely well overall throughout. We see a 6-pick from the Cav onto the Mute, but that might have induced a...
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
I honestly, I don't know how I would describe Cav. I feel like she's one of those operators who goes and like fell. I remember a time when I used to happily call myself a Cav main back when I used to play on PS4, but she just doesn't have the same charm anymore. I don't know. Seems as if like once you reach a higher level of gameplay, you can almost like get a certain feeling in your head that like, oh, there must be a Cav nearby.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh.
5 seconds to go. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, true. Not even Silver. It's been a while since, like, even Silvers have stopped playing Cav. It's mostly, like, the Bronze, but I guess at that level of gameplay, you're able to make the most out of Cav with that interrogation, but not a Ooh! I would have...
Changing mags. Drone ready.
That gave me quite the fright, and we're able to see everyone's perspective where everyone is. Like with, but yeah, definitely, it would have been very upsetting if Coldzera was able to. Well, sorry, let me find my words. It would have been very upsetting if Coldzera would be taken out again. Iana using the new Gon 6 to take out that Melusi Banshee, but Echo. I don't know if he was trying to maybe clear out any gadgets or so, but it seems like simple droning would have told him that there weren't any ADSs nearby, but it seems that he will be able to find the Echo drone, but KT will be able to find Ururu, not Ururu, and Ururu. Yeah. No, that's definitely tough, I won't lie. Ganja will be able to find KT though, take revenge for his fallen teammates, but it is a 4v3, 40 seconds left on the clock. Looks like the attackers are preparing to make their execute, but they will have to deal with that Jaeger in study, but Assassin. One versus 4 with Melusi, but looks like Assassin will be one to trade with Melusi, and that'll be this, yeah, definitely. This was definitely Assassin's round. Almost felt like he commanded who to die. He was just like, I'm thinking the Mute's gonna die next, and there he was. As soon as I'd mention it, Assassin would be there to pick him off. We'll see defenders returning back to Aviator and Games. saw a glimpse of a clash pick, but it looks like Fanatical will be swapping onto the Melusi. This is halftime, and we will now see VES defending and Radical Terror on the offense. With a score of 4-2, VES looks like they have the advantage here. What do you think, Sky? I honestly don't know what to say. Going into this matchup, I thought Villa would be a defender-sided map, but it looks like VES was able to come out with a two-round lead over Radical Terror. So honestly, I'm not sure if that has to go to their strats or to like VES's just gun skill. Due to one of the teams has called a timeout, and we will be taking a short break. So we will be with you very shortly. Just stay tight. Make sure you're enjoying the match, and make sure you're liked, subscribed, and you comment on this live stream.
All right, we are back. I mean, there's been a slight of technical issue, like my voice was not being picked up. And in the chat, if someone can say that my voice is audible, it'll be really helpful, guys. It'll be really helpful. All right, nobody. It's gonna be down to round 7. What do you
Round
think? What will
7.
happen now?
It's the first round of a new half, and honestly, this could be something new. So we're in for a treat, and Radical Terror might be able to pull out on attacks. So it's going to be interesting to see the Melusi 6-picking off Melusi onto the Clash, which is definitely going to be a nice surprise for the side of Radical Terror.
I see what's gonna go on over here, but go ahead. It's fine. It's gonna be a really big element of surprise here for Radical Terror. I mean,
definitely.
they're gonna be like, okay, wait, what's going on? Oh, why is everything open? It's
Now,
gonna be
I
a
can
classic
just-
hold here. I mean, I'm pretty pumped about this. And let's see, what are your views, nobody?
I can definitely imagine the shock on their faces when they start shooting at someone only to realize that it's a transparent shield, because that's simultaneously shocking them. So just going to be a nice little sweet surprise for the side of Radical Terror. And it's going to be interesting to see how VES is like going to make use of that Clash, because she is quite a complex operator.
5 seconds
But
left.
if used
She
correctly,
is very complex.
if used correctly, she
I
can
mean,
bring so much to the table.
I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but she can literally bounce so many grenades off her. She can take in a lot of impact. She is like a standing tank.
She is.
A
That
literal
is the
standing tank.
No, I wouldn't describe her any other way. You've described her perfectly. Clash is almost like a tank in siege. She's able to just stand in front of the enemy, almost like mock them, saying like, hey, I'm here, and you can't really do anything about it. I'm literally gonna be relaying whatever I see to my teammates, and you can't do anything about it unless you like move my shield away from me.
I mean, true.
Uru
And
looks
I
like he's
guess-
already made his way onto site, so it doesn't look as if defense might be aware of this. Full auto definitely isn't, but it doesn't look as if Uru is going to be able to land his shots. A wasted opportunity, but he will sneak his way into site. Jaeger completely unaware
I mean,
of
that
this.
is a place where people are gonna default plant, but unfortunately, she doesn't have the diffuser with her. The diffuser is down there, and he gets a really good kill or a full auto. I mean, he's just going blazing guns here. He had the awareness that the person is actually sitting there near the wall, and he was just pretty much prepared for it.
Ash able to find the ace, but sorry, never mind. Ash able to pick off one. Assassin will be able to pick off the Ash, but honestly, I don't know if you noticed this, but I'm pretty sure the ace kill had something to do with Fanatical on the Clash. I'm pretty sure I saw just a slither of his HP being taken away, and Legion was there to refrag off the Clash's intel.
I'm really sorry about this, but I guess you have to take up the whole round, nobody.
It looks like it's about to get very interesting right here. 1 minute left on the clock. A 2v4. Not looking very nice for Radical Terror. But Assassin X will be able to get a nice headshot onto Rascal with the help of the Clash. Full usage being made of the Clash, and full auto based off her intel will be able to find the very last kill. Another round that VES completely dominated and just has something to do with that surprise of the Clash.
I mean, at this point, I was like, okay, wait, are they even gonna guess this? Because it was a really big surprise over here by defense. I mean, West literally bringing up a clash had literally shattered the will of the attackers. I mean, they were pretty much, they literally had no clue. They had like absolute zero clue to do, like what exactly to do with the 90 there.
It was just way too powerful. I feel like that's like, at first it was like surprise, right? Like, they're like, oh my god, there's a clash. What do we do about it? Ace suddenly gets picked off. And suddenly, one by one, Clash is relaying this important information, and their teammates are just able to coordinate and pick off their the attackers.
I mean, hats off for the Clash there, standing and taking everything she could
Protect your
possibly
bombs from being
take.
defused by
From
attackers.
flashes to nades to every possible thing. And at the end, she stood tall,
He did indeed.
securing the round for Vess here.
Looks like we're gonna see that strat which we talked about when Radical Terror was defending with the castle in Master, and it looks like they'll be making a rotate into triple wall.
Attackers
And
discover the location of a bomb.
it'll be interesting because while it's not a rare strat, it's not one of your more common and default ones, and
Yeah,
it's definitely going to be interesting to see how the attackers
5
deal
seconds
with
left before
the players playing inside master bedroom.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
I mean, to be honest, master bedroom side is like the most important part in this map. If you're holding Astro over here, that thing has to be taken control by the attackers to actually push in. So if you're
Definitely.
literally cutting off that part, it's gonna be really tough for them to even push by having the constant fear that someone is right in front of you and he can just kill you like the moment you pop. So it's gonna be really tough.
I mean, I feel like most teams nowadays take master bedroom control for granted because it's not, as I said, it's not very often that you'll find someone contesting that master bedroom angle because, let's face it, not many teams, like to play this strat because it's very aggressive. And it's gonna be very interesting to see how the attackers deal with it.
Frag out.
I mean, right now it's Fulauto literally running away from that spot, and he's just gonna. He's just gonna make a perfect thing about it. He's gonna run away from there because he knows he's gonna be constantly pushing. He's gonna be pushed constantly. So he's like, nope, I'm running away from here. Not gonna take the risk.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been
At least
dropped.
have the man advantage here to get the perfect. To execute the round perfectly. And a cheeky angle here by KT, but gets instantly shut down by Yana.
On the other hand, the Ash will be knocked down but not out, and Jaeger will be able to refrag onto the Iana, get revenge for her fellow Wamai, and will also find
And
the Nook.
Floater with
It's a
the double.
4v2.
I mean, not exactly 4v2 unless Ash is gonna be on her feet, but then Ash is in a pretty tight spot where she's not gonna be even. She's not even gonna be remotely close to being picked up.
Absolutely.
So,
And
and that's a really good round for Team West there.
that's just.
At-
I mean,
at
I
this
just have to
point-
say that it was the right call for that Jaeger to back away. The shield was obviously gone. He succeeded in wasting their Sophia's utility. And eventually, that ace took a lot of damage from the Wamai as he tried to take out the shield that was in that master door. So I feel like that was a very good strat for them, and it definitely paid off.
I mean, at this point, it's gonna be really interesting that what Radical Terror is gonna bring it up. Like, will they even come back, or it's gonna be a really good round for Team West yet again? It's down to match point for Team West, and will they be able to secure this win, or I won't be saying the other part because it can be jinxed. So I'm gonna just stop there.
I'm really excited to see the Amaru push. I hope Radical Terror hasn't given up just yet, although they might have given that Amaru pick, but Amaru can be a nice pleasant surprise where you might be able to catch a team off guard with her very quick and silent rushes. Well, at one point it wasn't very silent, but now, given her current state in the game, it is, and that can be quite a shock. And if the defenders aren't prepared on site, then the diffuser could be planted without them even knowing about it. So let's see if Uru is able. Sorry, never mind. Ururu is able to
5 seconds to
make well of the Amaru pick.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb. Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Now, it looks as if, well,
Oh, it's gonna be
Amaru
a
will
direct
be-
push by Amaru here. I mean, she's literally in. She's going down. She's just gonna sit in the
Attackers have
side.
located a bomb.
Is
The
she?
attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
She's inside. Gets the first kill. Will she be able to shut everyone down? The double comes here by Amaru. And gets shut down by DT. But the damage is done. The damage is done. As I said, the damage is done. It's down to Assassin whether he can clutch the 1v2
Attackers
situation
recovered the
here.
bomb diffuser.
it looks as if Assassin brings us into a 1v1. We are aware that VES,
Oh,
well,
a
VES asked
beautiful
for a
round by
rehost,
Team
but
VES.
it doesn't look as if they're going to need it. And this means that they will be able to take home the first map.
I mean, wow. That was really good. That was a really good round. I mean, the Amaru element was beautiful. She literally barged into sight. She was like, okay, I'm just gonna pop off head here. But then gets instantly shut down. And wait a minute, that was a really good defense here by VES. I mean, two
That-
people getting killed.
That was
Two people
definitely
getting
quite
a-
the first map.
Yeah.
Assassin
I mean, I'm
next
sorry.
finishing
I'm really
on-
sorry about the. I mean, I have a power cut issue right now, so cannot be seen on webcam. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Nobody.
but we saw Assassin X on 17 kills this first map, and that is quite the number. But he did well deserved those kills, but it doesn't mean that Radical Terror didn't put up a fight because many of those rounds were quite close. I remember in round 4, Radical Terror almost pulled it off, and even in this round, it was down to a 1v1 where Radical Terror was almost able to take away one more round from Team VES.
They were close. They were indeed close, but then not that close enough to actually take the entire round. So it was pretty heartbreaking for them. But I would say Team VES had literally they were literally on every single person. I mean, left and right kills. Assassin here going wild. He's just going blazing guns. In the end, it was a 1v2 situation where it could have been a post-plant situation, but then he didn't leave it till there. He just had to finish it up, and it was a really good round.
I think that's definitely going into Assassin X highlight reels, but we will be taking a mid-round, a mid-map break, and we will be with you very shortly.
All right, we're back live. Hope we
Ready
didn't make
for
you wait
map?
for long.
Ready for map 2, which will be on Consulate. In case you're joining new here, this is Velocity Series 2, game day 3 of the qualifiers. The matchup between Team VES and Radical Terror. First map was on Villa, which Team VES took 7-2. And
I
what are your
mean, it
thoughts
was a
on-
really good match there by Wes. I mean, they went all out, gun skills check, side clear check, roam clear check, and it was a pretty good round. I mean, interesting as it can get.
most importantly, strategies check. Most of their strats were quite effective and quite successful. We saw, well, VES pretty much out-strategize Radical Terror for the most of that map. And I hope that carry forwards into Consulate 2, and where we see a good display of strategy in this game. But hopefully Radical Terror is able to still put up a fight against Team VES, because, well, while the score might not reflect it, Radical Terror did manage to make quite a few close rounds on Villa.
I mean, right now, if Radical Terror doesn't step it up, they're gonna just give a clean victory to Team West. And I guess which they don't want. They just want to give up a really good fight. I mean, the people out there do want to see the third match, and the third match is going to be very interesting. It's going to be Clubhouse, so it's going to be pretty much all in. So if they get it, then it's good for them. Else, it's gonna be a clear victory for Team West.
As you said, third maps can be very exciting, and a small part of me wants Radical Terror to take this map just so we can get that thrill of casting a third match, where honestly it can go either way. But right now, let's focus on the map in front of us, and that is Consulate, with the side of Team Vest going to be on the attack first. We're just waiting for the match to start up, wait for the teams to get ready, and we will be moving into map number 2 of the third day of qualifiers.
So, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen here? I mean, the ban phase, of course. I'm talking about that. So, what do you think? I mean, last time I had to guess it. This time it's going to be you, nobody. So, what do you? Who is going to be banned over here in attack as well as defense? What do you think? What are your
Now,
views?
attack, Consulate, either, well, you play it two different ways, with Nomad or without Nomad. And it's two very separate games, in my opinion. See, with Nomad, runouts become almost impossible, and Consulate is a map where you can run out a lot, unlike Villa. So, I'm
I
pretty
know
sure...
where you're getting. I know where you're getting to.
Yeah, it can be quite a scary game, and you really have to be extremely you're extremely paranoid if you don't have that Nomad ban. So I can almost assure that Nomad's going to be taken right off the table. On the
Oh,
other hand, for defense, I definitely do think that Valkyrie is a strong option. I mean, you can always bring the IQ to the table to catch those outside Valkyrie cams, but just making sure that Valkyrie is banned just gives you that ease of mind. So I'm going to guess maybe a Valkyrie and Nomad ban. On the other hand, I think Thatcher, we might see a Thatcher ban again, just because we saw one last game, and the last ban is up for whoever, well, I'm going to leave the last ban to the players.
I mean, pretty much. I guess I might get close to even guessing the second defender who's gonna be banned. I pretty much feel it's gonna be it's gonna be the same ban. It's gonna be Kaid itself.
Right? I definitely see that happening. I will agree with you on the sense that it's probably going to be a hard breach denial, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And lucky for us, the match is about to start, and we are going to move directly into the game.
It's gonna be West attacking yet again. So pick your up, guys. We're gonna watch a really good map. I mean, operator ban over here. It's gonna be very interesting. And we
It
have to
will be
literally see what Radical Terror is gonna bring on the table right now. Oh, it's the first ban Thatcher.
I guess that's one out of two bans correct, but it's up to Team VES on whether they want to play a Nomad Consulate or a no Nomad Consulate.
I mean, right now the ball is in their court and they're gonna utilize Nomad. They're gonna literally utilize her. I mean, it went way off from how we were thinking about. Our perspective didn't even matter to them. They just wanted their own operators to be banned. I mean, as long as it's rowing the boat. I mean, ace ban?
It's not unspoken of. It's definitely not uncommon. It is quite common to see ace taken off the board. But I guess maybe if I was definitely... I'm a little surprised that not to see a Nomad ban, but we will be seeing a Maestro ban, and it's up to Team Radical Terror to decide that very last ban of this Villa matchup, of this Consulate matchup, and they will be banning the Clash, which might be in response to Team VES on the previous map, where we saw a wonderful usage of Clash.
But here, I guess it might surprise Radical Terror yet again, because I feel she is not gonna be playing any role. It's pretty funny how the mind game even plays.
I guess it's just like instilled into their mind that they lost horribly to that Clash and they just weren't able to deal with it. But I mean, it seemed like even for Team VES, it was just like a one-round thing where they only played her once and they just abandoned her. So I guess kudos to Team VES for making them think that the Clash was such a necessary pick that she had to be taken off the board. But we will see the Tachanka swapping for the Ella.
I mean, I
Which-
was for a second I was thinking it's gonna be the Russian brothers who are gonna do the work over here. I mean, one's gonna deny them rushing the site, and the other is gonna literally stop anyone who's gonna even like come across the area, because it's gonna be literally area damage. But
Russians
yet
denying the
again,
Russian.
it's gonna be a 6 pick, and it's gonna be Ella. I mean, last time Ella was played really beautiful by Uru. I mean, he was all in. He went blazing guns from one corner to another, proning from one section to another. I mean, he was all in. But then later on, the Team West did understand what the pattern was, and they did, what do you call that, accustomed to what they were trying to do here. So,
I guess it is a new map, and we might still be able to see Uru being really effective on the roam game this round. So it might be interesting to see Valkyrie with her camera outside. If Team VES is going to be able to spot that, we'll just have to wait and see. But it looks as if Radical Terror will be going to defend the top floor site, CEO, and meeting, also known as Projector.
indeed. Oh, the Valcam is instantly spotted. I mean, there goes the Valcam.
I
No
wouldn't
more
say that's
intel.
yeah, I guess that was quite the wasted Valcam. I don't think it was particularly strong. And after you see the destroyed window, it's almost like given that the Valcam's gonna be.
It's gonna be thrown, of course. Yeah, I get where
It's
you're
definitely
reaching.
gonna be thrown.
I know where you're reaching, but yep.
Still interesting
this
to
point,
see what
it's-
the attackers are going to do. Sorry for interrupting you there. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem there. No problem there, buddy. But yet again, it's gonna be constant drones. They have to spot where the Valk is. Valk is gonna be playing in one of the pillars in yellow. Will she be able to stop one or two people, or she's gonna be shut down instantly? It's gonna be a really good question.
See, at this point, it's just like a wait and see game, because right now each team is waiting for the other to make a few mistakes, because see Valkyrie on that yellow stairs, and that sort of prevents them from pushing extremely aggressively. But on the other hand, if Valkyrie overextends and overpeaks, then the attackers will just be able to pick her off, and that'll leave them an opening to push up yellow stairs and take side control. Almost gets taken out, almost spots it, but Ash
Oh,
will be the one to find.
assassin! Being the sneaky one and just getting underneath her, and when she noticed she's a flank coming by Ella over here, she just knows what to do. Yet again, Uru being a really good, I mean, he's just proving that he's the most valuable asset here.
Uru tries to go for the run out, gets spotted by the drone, spots the Nomad air jab, but isn't able to get it. On the other hand, Full Auto swings his way into kitchen and will be able to find Uru and make this a 3v3. Cameras know where Full Auto is, and it's going to be very interesting. Fanatical making his way into site, getting ready to plant, and he will try and put the plant down. KT giving him support from that connector rappel, and it's about to go into a post-plant situation where now the defenders have to attack.
I mean, over here, it could have been a really wise play if someone with the goddamn C4 would have reached underneath, but no. Over here, it was just a misplay by the defense, and they were easily shut down, and the round is in DT's hand. I mean, it's in VES's hand.
A beautiful post-plant situation from Team VES, as they just like almost mop it up, and they're like, oh, this is our round for the
For a
taking.
second, I was very scared there. For a second, I was very scared. I mean, Ella was doing it yet again. She was literally going to flank every single person. I already saw 2 people die in yellow, and I thought it's going to be hell-blazing gun by Ella, but nope, she was instantly shut down, and the round goes to VES.
No, that was a very nice double kill from Uru on that Ella, on that roam game, because he is quite effective where in that role, I guess. And he proved that he is probably the best roamer in this entire lobby. But that doesn't mean that VES isn't going to be able to take home the round, because obviously the objective of Rainbow Six Siege is to plant the diffuser and eventually protect it once it's been planted. So essentially, it doesn't matter how much you roam, as long as you're able to get the plant down, it's in the favor of the attackers.
That's very true.
gonna see
It's
the-
gonna be a basement hole by the defense. They just want to swap sides. They're gonna see which side they're literally comfortable holding, and they're gonna literally experiment right here. So this is, I mean, Radical Terror is just opting for a new site here. They just want to
Loading new magazine.
get a round in the hand and then at least get their morale up and play the rest of the match. So yeah, this is what is going on right now.
Very interesting to see that Radical Terror was able to get 3 drones off Team VES and just taking away that little bit of intel from the attackers. But looks as if Team VES still have a few drones in pocket and are gonna make very good use of that as they prepare to open up the garage wall.
I mean, indeed, droning is the key in this game. I mean, the attackers have only one thing in their advantage, that are the drones. Unless you are a Dokubi and you're literally have hacked someone's phone and you're getting all the intent through the camp itself. But over here, a quick shutdown by Qaid on Assassin.
I wouldn't say a very good use of utility from that Ashe, wasting all 3 of her Ashe charges on that one particular shield, and still unable to get that Banshee that exists right next to her. And that Banshee would eventually play a big part in Qaid picking and getting that pick.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's very true, man. That's like a real... Oh, it is a really sneaky play here by Ella. She was sitting right next to Sledge and DT gets shut down instantly. But no, she has been refragged by KT sitting outside yellow.
Not very good
the
droning
round...
coming in
It's
front.
pretty fast kills over here. What do you say, nobody? It's pretty fast. I mean, the action is just going on and off and on and off. It's constant.
No, it is very back and forth over here, and you can see each team getting refrags for their teammates. But the lineup stands as 3-4, and the defenders have the advantage in man, and make it a 2v4, where now the defenders have, well, a really big
I'm at the
advantage
state
over
of
Team
awe right
VES.
now. I'm at the state of awe. Nobody. I'm literally at the state of awe. I mean, the guy just knew where to place a C4 and he was just waiting. He just waited when he just crossed the, what do you call it, the rotation. He's like, okay, fine, it's time to blow up. And let me just see if I'm lucky or
He's
I'm
just like,
not. And he gets a kill.
Bad guys don't look at explosions and pop the C4 and, well, prayed it landed, and it did.
And right now it's gonna be a really... Ooh, Fnatic getting a really good kill there on Vigil.
Looks like Qaid is going to try and go for the refrag, but Fanatical will be able to pick him off too and take no HP whatsoever, making this a 2v2. Extremely balanced, but now it's the last 20 seconds of the round, and all the defenders have to do is sit and wait for the attackers to push their way and force themselves onto the site.
10 seconds.
It's a
Vasco will be able to
1v2.
Vasco will be
Everything
able to
lies down to
find
Fanatical, and Fanatical makes it 1v1. Is he gonna get the last kill? He gets the last kill, and he's... West secures round 2.
Oh.
Fanatical playing really good. I mean, he's just displaying everything over here. Gun skills check. Every single corner, he's pre-firing it. He just knows where people are.
That was a juicy clutch. A 1 versus 2 clutch in the last moments of that round. And Fanatical is the one to do it. Getting that nice 4 kill in that round. That was definitely Fanatical's round.
Definitely it was his round. I mean, that man literally just shined the entire area. It was like, okay, you just come in front of me, I'm gonna kill every single one of them. A beautiful round there for Team VES. And I mean, over here is Coldzera is literally off the chart right now. And I guess he needs to literally step up his game.
Yeah, he is definitely not yet living up to the hype which you guys have built up for him. But we did see a good few Coldzera moments on.
By attackers.
Sorry, my English is messed
Villa.
up. A few good
He did.
Coldzera moments
He
on
did.
Villa. And yeah, he definitely had his moments. So I see what you guys are talking about, but it looks like he's yet to step up his game on Consulate. But that was definitely a round that slipped through Radical Terror's fingers. Almost had it, a very close round, but Fanatical was, I guess, in the zone. Looks like they're going to be returning.
He was in at it. That's very true. He was in at
Yeah.
it. I mean, it was a 4v2 situation, very much favoring towards Radical Terror. And to be honest, they couldn't terrorize Team VES. They just couldn't.
5 seconds remaining.
Feels like Radical Terror accidentally forgot to bring a few impact grenades, or the smoke accidentally brought the FMG9, unable to make that rotation, and they're gonna end up wasting a nitrocell onto the connector rotation. Not very good coordination, but I guess they'll have to make it work. Looks like they
Oh,
are gonna
will
be
Zera
playing
get a frag kill here? Will Zera get a frag kill here? But the defender just managed to run away. At the crucial moment, he just runs away. But DT knows someone is lurking in yellow, and he just wants a frag kill here. It's gonna be really interesting how it's gonna be. But will it be a frag kill? Oh, a C4, and it's a team kill. A 5v4 scenario and another kill. Assassin does manage to get a kill from a nade. Bounced off and cooked really well. At this point, it's free. I mean, how many people are left? Nobody. Just back me out over here. How many people left in defense?
5 versus 3, not looking very good, and this looks like to be another round going for the favors of the attackers side. Coldzera able to find one onto Barcode. Yes, we're calling him Barcode because
as soon as we just speak about him, he just plans to step up the game. Is it coincidence? Is he listening to us?
Activating diffuser.
Ella coming for a late flank, and it's a post-plant situation. Will Ella be able to clutch it? It's a 1v4 situation. Gets shut down instantly by full auto. Beautiful round here by Team VES. It's pure domination right now. Nobody.
I don't know how to feel. The moment we mentioned that Kozar needed to step up his game, he did. And then the moment we mention him again, he gets flanked by the Ella. So a little conflicted there. But we're going to have to take a little break because a team member of Radical Terror unfortunately disconnected. So we're going to have a rehost and we will be with you very shortly. Just taking a quick little break. Don't worry, we will be back. But in the meantime, just
the
make
action
sure
is still
that,
on. Guys, the action is still on.
make sure that you guys wait because this is going to be a very interesting game to see. And just in case you haven't already, make sure you scroll. Welcome back to Velocity Series Match Day 3 of the Qualifiers. We are back from our quick technical break where we just needed to rehost the map. But resuming from where we left off, make sure if you aren't already, subscribe to PixelScope Entertainment. Make sure you like this stream and make sure you're always staying active in the chat just so we know that you're enjoying this matchup as much as we are.
You heard the man.
Without further ado, do you want to talk about that second round again? I'm honestly still like starstruck from it.
I mean, you're talking about the one where Fanatical literally pulls out his gun and finishes off Melusi well and good.
Yeah, absolutely. That 1v2, in fact, he got 4 kills and clutched a 1v2 in that second round. But moving forward, we are going into round 4 of the first half. VES staying on the attacking side, Radical Terror going to be trying to get a successful defending round once again. And let's just see how it goes.
I mean, right now I'm just seeing sheer dominance here. I mean, they're literally proving my point that it's gonna be an attacker's heavy map. I mean,
Yes,
right now they're just proving it.
Yeah, they are. This definitely looks like Team VES has complete control over the attack. And I'm honestly like sensing a feeling that Radical Terror just doesn't know what they're going to do about this like role.
They haven't even figured out a single thing. I mean, Jaeger ADSs should be pretty much there at that spot where Valk was playing. Yet again, it was only a Melusi's device there, which is very depressing for Valk. I mean, she's just waiting to be either gunned down or she's just waiting to be naded. So it's pretty tough for her to literally hold that spot. It's gonna be really tough for anyone to hold that spot, to be honest.
Definitely.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Well, the map starts, the round starts, and Radical Terror will be returning back to the seat, to the top floor, where they will be trying for the third time to try and get a win on the board. But they will be bringing a Mozzie, which is new. What do you think of this?
Mozzie, he's a pretty interesting operator, man. He's a pretty interesting operator. He has the most, I mean, such good weapons. He has really good weapons. Hands down. 2 really good weapons. And like, it just goes non-stop. You aim to the head, you aim to the body. You get the person either downed or you're gonna get him killed. It's either scenario, and it's just that weapon is just beautiful.
It's an extremely like friendly recoil as well, and not only that, but his gadget, his special Mozzie like ability, really seems to punish Team VES's like forward droning. We saw a bad drone economy as well as like some bad entry droning, where Uru was able to get like free kill onto Cold
and
Zera.
instantly gets downed. Cold Zera here, and it's a Jaeger himself who's been down. It's very upsetting at this point. It's very upsetting because yet again his ADSs were not present at the spot where he was holding and gets instantly naded, punished. That's very depressing.
That is very unfortunate. See, like a big issue when it comes to holding that top yellow is those frag grenades, because they are the main and primary way of clearing anyone playing in that top yellow. And the fact you're a Jaeger not using any of your gadgets on that, and we will see Cold Zera be able to catch the feet of Uru from bathroom as through small holes made by those frag grenades, and that'll make this the match lineup.
Ooh, Zera here with a
5v2.
double kill. I mean, it would have been a triple if Assassin wouldn't have stolen that kill, but I mean, kudos on that, but he didn't know that he was downed or anything, so yeah. Right now, this rotation over here being made just to enter into the site and plant, but over here, Melusi is lurking underneath. She's not gonna be able to stop the plant because she doesn't have even a single C4 left. So right now, it's down to 2v5, and it's a post-plant situation. Melusi guns down Cold Zera here, and her position has been revealed. It's quickly 3v1. And Lucy thinking here for a long rotate. Will she be able to clutch this round? They hear the gunshots. They know she's coming up main, and it's gonna be a really tough for her to even get this round. She gets spotted and gets shot. Health is totally down, and Katie takes a beautiful shot on her. Finishes her
Katie with
right
that
off.
wonderful swing, heard she was coming and just wanted to like not give her a chance to breathe because Katie could really tell that the Melusi was panicking, and honestly, in that situation, anyone would be panicking. But Katie took full advantage of that and just didn't give her like a fighting chance, cut her off before she could even like peek the angle. And
Yes,
that makes the
indeed.
score 4-0 in favor of Team VES, looking for maybe the 7-0 sweep.
I mean, over here, the defense is totally not falling in the favor. I mean, Radical Terror is not at their point. Like, they're not up to mark over here. They're getting swatted right and left. People roaming off site like way too much. I mean, right there you could see Mute, who
Attackers
was
need to
literally
locate
playing
and defuse
Garage,
as many bombs as they can.
and yet gets droned out instantly.
Attackers
So,
have located
I
a
mean,
bomb.
at this point, it's not going to be even a valuable thing to even say that, okay, they are actually trying the level best. Because it's not. It's not
I will
falling
say
right under wherever
that-
they want it.
I will say that Radical Terror did have their closest attempt when defending the garage site. Just reminding you guys of that fabulous round 2. Well, as much as it was fabulous for Fanatical, it was very close where Radical Terror almost got their first round in this on this map.
Indeed,
so-
indeed. But then it was a very quick giveaway. I mean, it was down to 4v2, and then instantly it was made so
Did Uru
easy
just
by
miss that drone?
Fanatical. I mean, yeah, he did. He indeed. He just saw the drone right off. He just thought it's gonna be bouncing over here, and he just ignores it. He completely just ignores it. Will that be costing the round?
Probably not. I don't
Maybe,
think that it
maybe
comes
not.
down to like missing a drone, but it does give them that extra intel, and in a way, it does, I guess, like stab them in their own like it's shooting yourself in the foot, where you're like, I guess, leaving intel on the board. Maverick Cold Zero will be trying to clear
Oh,
those.
Cold Zero with an easy nade here. He just bounces it off the wall and gets the first guy there. I mean,
Looks to
Mute
find the
here is
electric
gonna
claw,
be
but finds the mute instead.
Mute's gonna be infuriated. He's gonna be like, wait, how did that even come? Even though there were no Jaeger ADSs there. I mean, there was a Vermai, but at this point, Vermai is not even there in sight. So apparently, he's not even being protected.
It's like those high pitched. Wait a minute. Like, how did I die? But Fanatical will be looking to open up the garage wall completely, allowing them to get a comfortable post-plant position. It looks as though in this 5v3, the attackers are still trying to go for a plant, but Cold Zero will be making his way into
wait.
sight. Will sneak
Cold
past
Zero
the
just
echo
goes
and
in
will
with
be
his
able to
pistol?
find him.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
And the round gets quickly finished. Oh my god. Cold
I
Zero
know as a
here
caster, it's
is
our job,
on-
but I'm a little speechless from that round.
I mean, even I am. At this point, if Cold Zera is literally taking out his pistol and pistol whipping every single defender he sees, so I guess it's just at this point they just want to finish it up as soon as possible.
I'm a little surprised that Radical Terror wasn't able to punish Cold Zero for just simply walking into sight, past the shield, past the Melusi Banshee with his pistol out, and they weren't able to punish him for that very bold
I mean,
play.
at this point, nobody is going on cams, nobody wants to give intel, so yeah, it's gonna be literally a big downfall for Radical Terrors here. I mean, it's not a thing to be sad about. If they want to improve, they can actually be thinking about getting a better operator selection here and knowing what to do when. I mean, getting on cams
Attackers need
is
to
actually a
locate and
really
defuse
good
as many bombs
thing to do. If someone is actually anchoring in the site, so he better get on the drones, else the team is going to take a greater downfall, and I mean, at this point, you have to help your roamers to clear. I mean, to clear people. Whoever's gonna be attacked. I mean, at the attacker side, who's gonna be up for getting the roam clear. So they need to know like where people are. If you're not giving the basic intel, it's gonna be really tough. Very tough indeed.
On a brighter note, we will see Barcode rocking that Aruni, the latest addition to the competitive lineup, not the game, the competitive lineup, where every season the second newest operator is allowed to be played competitively. So this is very interesting to see Aruni making her way into this match, and it's gonna be, well, it's gonna be nice to see how they utilize her.
I mean, now here's gonna be a Val play, and the Val cam gets instantly shut down. They just know where the Val cams are at this point. It's like, you open the window, I know where you have thrown it. It cannot be more far than this. And boom, there you go.
I might have laughed if that Valkyrie almost she almost destroyed her own Valcam by throwing it a little too far away from that Aruni. I don't like, she was contemplating it a little. She was like, oh, can I throw it from this distance? And then realized it would activate the Aruni
Assassin
gadget.
getting an early frag here, and Uru has been shut down. So there's no more surprise element here. So it's gonna be a very plain gameplay, and no, not much of action.
This is, I guess, almost a routine now where Assassin and Cold Zera are able to clear out that yellow stairs with those frag grenades, and maybe leaving out the Jaeger was a bad decision for Radical Terror, and they're instantly punished for it.
Set nitro. Activate.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Bandit able to catch Cold Zera in bathroom with that vertical nitro cell, and it looks as if Vigil is going to be trying to go for a flank here, but Assassin will be trying to frag out a shield, open up some angles, and maybe support Fanatical with his plant behind the bomb.
Will it be a plant situation here? It's gonna be a post-plant situation. Will he be C4 from below? He was about to, but it's gonna be a round too easy for VES yet again. It's Bandit who's left, and he didn't have enough HP to even clutch the round.
That wasn't the nicest post-plant situation we've seen from VES today. I definitely want to comment on the Sledge's horrible positioning there, and he did get like called out for it, but I mean, they did do a very good job shutting them down, that Valkyrie, who was almost able to nitro Fanatical, but she was killed before she had the opportunity to do so.
Opportunity. Let me just back you up over here. Nobody. It's fine. Little bit words can be fumbled here, but it's okay. I mean, the match has been really dominating here. VES is in at it, and it's gonna be a clean sweep if I see from at this point of perspective. I mean, Radical Terror is not even trying at this point. They're not even trying.
The beautiful six pick from the Zofia to the Zofia. At this point, it's just mind games with the audience.
Defenders?
Not even the defenders. It's just like teasing like the audience on whether they're actually gonna six pick or not, because this doesn't make a difference. But just in case you were wondering, stayed on the Zofia. But we will see an Amaru, which was not part of their six pick. So Team VES is completely, well, they are able to prepare themselves for that Amaru rush, which we did see in the very last round on Villa, but that round did not unfortunately go to the side of Radical Terror. So chances are this one might not if they're able to expect it, but who knows?
I hope I don't see any more team kills. This time, Katie sir. And there you go. That's what I was talking about. If somebody's holding that spot, they need minimum of 2 Jaeger ADSs there. Else it's gonna be a really tough job there to even get things, even get the matters in hand. It's gonna be a spawn kill here. Cold Zera gets the first kill. And it's
the
right
Rook is able to down another,
going outside,
down
side,
two.
gunning down people. 2 people getting down, and they're not even refragging KT. I don't know at this point what is going on. Ooh,
Keep in mind that
KT
Zofia
left
no
with
longer
50 HP.
Sophia no longer has her withstand ability. Assassin next is able to find
Oh
C4
my
kill.
god, this
Coldzera
was a
another.
really good
And
flawless round, and hats off to Team VES. They have secured the first match and they'll be advancing to the next qualifier.
well, as you said, GG's in the chat, and that just means that VES will be moving on to the Velocity Series 2 playoffs.
Yep, they will be moving ahead. And this was pretty easy map for them. Pretty easy. I mean, attack flawless, defense one round flawless. We couldn't see more of the action just because Radical Terror just couldn't keep it up. They couldn't keep up the pace at all.
Team VES did not give Radical a chance to even like collect their thoughts, to even breathe, and that shows why that is evident from the 7-0 7-0 score which we see on Consulate.
I mean, at this point, I really miss not playing this match. I really miss not playing this match. It would have been really fun. I mean, first match, it would have just been bonkers. And it was. I mean, I pretty much enjoyed it as a viewer itself. And being a caster for this match was even more fun. So,
This was definitely an exciting match to cast. I mean, we did see some beautiful moments in map 1. Some of Uru's fabulous flanks, a beautiful team kill from KT, and those clutches from Fanatical and that 4 kill. But also keep in mind that we did see a lot of 4 kills on the first map as well, and some beautiful plays from the side of Team VES with those clash picks, as well as that attacking round where they overcame a 2-3, I think, a man disadvantage.
true. I mean, nothing felt right for them. Nothing felt right. Radical Terror was just getting swatted left and right. It was only one person who was actually trying really hard to get back into the game, and that was Uru. But unfortunately, even his plays were very predictable and he was getting shut down instantly.
Still, though, a beautiful game played by everyone, GG, and I definitely think everyone put up a worthy game, gave it their best shot, and that was indeed a wonderful match to watch. Unfortunately, this
Alright.
means that we will not be going into the third map. Well, obviously.
That's very unfortunate. That's very
And
unfortunate.
that means that this stream is going to be ending soon. So from me, I would like to thank you guys for sticking around for match day number 3. We hope you tune in next time. Sky, any closing words?
I would say, I mean, Team West is advancing. What else do I want? I have nothing else to say, and I'm pretty much pumped about the next match. It's gonna be pretty interesting. If I would get to know what the next bracket is, it would be really helpful.
So
Okay.
it's going to be interesting to see Namak versus D3 on tomorrow, actually. So make sure you tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m., and we will be live with qualifier day number 4. And make sure you subscribe, most importantly, but make sure you also hit those post notifications so you get those live notifications whenever we go live. So with that, I'm your caster Nobody. I was joined by Sky, and we wish you a very good night. Thank you for tuning in, and
Good
we'll
night,
see
everyone.
you later.
Have a good weekend.